Here we go. It's Collingwood versus the Western Bulldogs. Choose to kick it. A good mark under the circumstances. Out with the kick. Smith, the better man there. He opts to play on. Grundy onto the ball. I think he just wants attention. Lobs the handball. Treloar missed the kick altogether. What was that? He's kicked it out on the full. Rooted by Trenger. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Barker dishes it off to the running man. The ball is thumped towards goal by Barker. Good start by Collingwood. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Grundy not even close to getting a hit out. He might have to take a leaf out of the Karate Kid and sweep the knee. Dalhouse gets the ball. He's heading for home. Goes up the line. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. 45 metres out. Dixon can even the scores with this kick. The Western Bulldogs trail by less than a goal. Disappointing kick there.
Goldsack would like to think he hits all his targets, and for the most part, he does that. McLean shoots for goal. The huge kick makes it through the goals.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Roughhead without a touch. The clearance by Grundy. Treloar kicks. Strong mark.
Trengo doesn't have the strongest marking hands in the league, but he's certainly very, very handy on the lead. Liberatore takes the mark. He kicks the ball. De Goey with the spill, passes by hand. He heads into home. De Goey shoots for goal. He gets the behind.
Disappointing kick there. Trengo assesses his options now. He's just trying to find a loose man in the defensive 50. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. Side bottom hand passes it. Going for goal number 2. Great grab. Wells just gauging which way that wind is blowing. Perspiring like it putting in a pot as he lines the shot up. 20 metres out. It's not the score he was looking for.
Picken needs to work on his vertical leap because at times he can be found wanting when he's leaping for the ball. Sending it on its way. Blair running towards goal. It's on its way. He's missed the goal.
I would have expected him to nail that.
Trengo has improved his hands to a point now that he can release players from tight pack situations. Fasolo with the football puts boot to ball. And the ball goes out of play. And the umpire will throw it in. He knocks it down.
He smashes and bashes it. A short handball. Grundy heading in. Watch his style. Wells sticks out his hands and collects the ball. A goal for Collingwood. Wells getting his first. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The ball is bounced. Roughhead is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Grundy. He's got the football now. Blair running in, about to kick. The kick just clears the line for a goal. Collingwood have scored the last 2 goals. The Magpies by 14.
Blair will want to try and wheel around onto his favoured foot, but he's still very capable on the other.
Tapped by Grundy, gathered by Pendlebury. He's heading for home. Pendlebury pulls the trigger with the ball sailing for goal. That's 3 in a row for Collingwood. Collingwood by 20 points. All is in readiness. The bounce is dead straight.
The Magpies are really trailing in the clearance count. They might want to target this as an area to improve, but it's not really being reflected on the scoreboard. He gets boot to the ball. Blair with the kick. De Goey goes for goal. Score for the Magpies.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Good fist. Oscar Elliott with the football. Gets boot to Leather. Perfect timing from Wells. There's players everywhere, but somehow he manages to send out the handball. It's not the score he was looking for. Not much on offer for Trengo. Would you back him in from here, Richo?
He's paid to kick these, Dennis.
The Magpies have scored the last 4 goals. Collingwood with the ascendancy over the Bulldogs, leading the match 40-7. He kicks quickly. Time to check the stats. Richo.
Marks are fairly close on the scoreboard, with the Western Bulldogs on 7 and Collingwood on 6. The possession stats paint a clear picture of this match, with the Magpies having the bulk of possession.
Cheers, Richo. Second quarter, here we go.
Always make a total effort, even when the odds are against you.
Nice interception. Chips it down towards half forward. McLean taking aim. Gets boot to leather. Crisp ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Gets boot to high. Treloar takes the mark uncontested.
Treloar is a Rolls Royce of a player who has the ability to read the play like no other. Wells lining up with the goals. Wells kicks for goal. Wells has got it. The Magpies are in front.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Roughhead punches it. Smith sticks out his hands and collects the ball. He spent that one before he had it. Collected by Morris. He handballs it. Elliott heads in for the goals. The Bulldogs get the free kick as it goes out on the full. Trengo putting some power behind that one. Barker going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short tactically this week. Which, what are his chances from here?
It's just too far out for him, Ben.
Blair, a good drummer, dishes it off by hand. That's a very well-executed goal. The second goal for Gary. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce.
The Bulldogs are losing the battle at the stoppages. They need to get some more grunt in there, contest well and be super competitive. If they can't win the hit out, they need to force the secondary ball up if the ball doesn't fall into their hands. We'll get a ball in. It's tapped down nicely. Treloar puts his boot on it. Side bottom, picks it up. Gets a handball to the running man. Pendlebury missing his target then.
Gives it to the running man. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Trengo got under it. Jams it on the boot now. Pointless attempt by Elliott. Lucky bounce collected. Pendlebury chips it to the pocket. The Magpies with the ascendancy over the Western Bulldogs, leading the match 58-7. Guided by Roughhead. He's got the football now. Quick kick out of the pack by Treloar. Free kick going to Campbell. That drop punt works well for Campbell. Nice mark under pressure. Nicely intercepted by Wallace. Takes the mark all by himself. 50 metres out. Boyd on a 45-degree angle. It's just a question of accuracy. 40 metres from home. Johannesson to kick from almost directly in front of goal. That was a narrow miss. Disappointing kick there. Bounces favourably for Treloar. Side bottom is streaming past and gets the footy. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop punt.
Blair is a great mark on the lead, but he can sometimes get worked under the ball in the contest. If he can lift his overhead capability, he will be a star. He gets boot to the ball. Howe gets a favourable bounce. Treloar with a strong mark.
Treloar feeds it wide. Strong mark by Campbell. He lays it on the boot for a giant kick. Crisp, the better man there. Chips it down towards half forward. He gets above the crowd. He brings it out of the pack. Blair alone for the uncontested mark. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. Wells marks. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell him. The goal for Collingwood. That's 4 goals. This one gives them an even bigger lead.
Wells got a really good footballing brain.
The bounce straight down. Treloar with a perfect drop punt. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. He grabs it on the run. Gary lacks precision. Good mark by Elliott. He wants to play on. It's hit the post. That's behind. It's not the score he was looking for. He gives the ball a mighty roost. A good mark under the circumstances. Let's check out the stats.
The possession stats paint a clear picture of this match, with Collingwood having the bulk of possession. You could slip a bit of paper in between these two teams on the marking stats. They're really that close.
Insightful, Richard. Well, that's the first half of the match. Come back in a few minutes and we'll have plenty more footy to play. Away.
There are only two options regarding commitment. You're either in or you're out. There is no such thing as life in between.
Side bottom, the better man there. Lobs the handball. Barker shoots. Marked by Gary. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. 30 metres out. An ideal position to be kicking from.
Degoe's got all the makings required to become a great servant of this football club. I reckon he could become a 200-game player.
Dalhouse slams it on the boot. Nice mark there. Short handball from Grundy. Gets the kick off as he's taken down by McLean. Handballs to the running man. Barker gets the upper hand. Perhaps he was trying to audition for the ballet. A chance to add one more to his tally. Looks like he forgot to practice his kicking during the week. Out of bounds on the full it goes. Booted by Trengo. Elliott with the mark. The ball goes out of bounds. Thrown in majestically. Grundy with the mighty fist. DeGoey gathers. Good tap from Morris. DeGoey throws the ball. Free kick. Sends it on its way. Nice mark there. He steadies now in front of goal. Maynard slams one on the boot for goal. Pinpoint accuracy from Maynard. Gets his first. The lead has been increased. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Big thump from Roughhead. Grundy comes away with the ball. Don't know how he managed to get that out of the pack. Blair sends the ball on its way. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 45 metres out.
Degoe is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion.
Roughhead punches. Dalhouse comes away with the ball. Down goes Young. A taunt from Young. McLean cops it up. The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. Gets the loose ball. Smith puts his head down and runs in. Young with the tap. Young plays the tackle and the ball comes loose. Does well to keep it in play. Has it now. Sweeping handball. The bouncing ball is controlled. Gets the ball out of heavy traffic. Blair grabs that one.
Blair told me recently that he really loves playing for this club, and you can really see it in his attitude on the field. I think he's going to play for this club for a long, long time. Grundy gets it off the ground. Treloar with the kick. Side bottom with beautiful hands above the head. He really is a great target to kick to. Suckling getting a free kick.
Puts boot to ball. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Sends it on its way.
Treloar slams the ball to his boot. Pendlebury marks the ball.
Kicks it. Wins the hard ball. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. No contest for that mark.
Look, the Bulldogs haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. And the ball crosses over the boundary.
Grundy with the tap. Treloar heading in. Watch his style. A goal for the Magpies. This kick has extended their lead. The bounce is dead straight. Grundy with a big fist on it. A lovely drop punt. Wells running in, about to kick. Goes wide for a behind. I would have expected him to nail that.
Trengo, it's just a real slippery customer if you give him any space. Elliott heads in for the goals. The Magpies out in front over the Western Bulldogs.
The bounce. Roughhead gets onto the ball. Smith with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. The mark missed by Maynard. The siren is just around the corner. Bounces favourably for Wells. Collingwood get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. That's number 5. Bounce goes the ball. Good fist. Scoops up the bouncing ball. Morris on the ball at the moment. Gains possession. Now you've got to move faster than that. That's holding the ball. Let's go to Richo now and take a look at the stats.
Both teams fairly close in the tackling stats. The Western Bulldogs 9, the Magpies 6. Collingwood way out in front of the Bulldogs with the possessions, 77.
After the break, the players should be eager to get started and finish the game with a win for their side.
The more difficult the victory, the greater the happiness in winning.
Well, he gave it a shot. Short handball from Smith. Nice interception. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He's been caught holding the footy. Gets boot to high. Young will take the free. A low kick from Young. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. Grundy ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly.
Well, the Magpies have managed to rack up a big number of marks. It's easy to see why they're leading this match. He gets the upper hand. Smith slams the ball to his boot. Grundy with the pick-up, passes by hand. Treloar boots it. Wells marks it.
A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. 65 metres out, and he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. This will certainly test him from this distance. Blair has the chance to add one more to his talent. Free going the way of Trengo. Trengo kicks. No contest for that mark.
Barco takes a lot of marks during a game, but a lot of them seem to be juggled. If he can just get cleaner hands on the ball, it's just going to give his opponents less chance to spoil in the contest.
It's not the score he was looking for. Trengo assesses his options now. He's just trying to find a loose man in the defensive 50. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
I would expect him to get this, Dennis.
Elliott scores with a beautiful kick. That's two now. He's playing well.
Elliott has a lot of passion for this game. You can see it every time he steps onto the field. He's an inspiration to all players around him.
He spears the ball. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Picken thinks that was holding the ball, and the umpire agrees. Choose to kick it. Liberatore looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. He opts to play on. Who is that to? Gary making his way in. Let's hope he's compensated for the win. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Roughhead with the tap. Treloar gets the ball. Kicks it. Some poor acting there by Maynard. Jams it on the boot. A great effort.
Pendlebury, he's not the biggest threat on the field, but he can make his opponent accountable, and he requires a watchful eye at times. He taps the ball. He knocks it down for Solo with the pickup. Blair running in now. Wells marks the ball.
Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
He should kick this.
45 metres out. The kick from almost straight in front of the goals. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Punched by Grundy is in his possession. Almost perfect timing by Treloar. Morris with the kick. Daniel got under it. Kicks. Great grab. McLean lines it up. 40 metres out. Desperate for a goal now. So close, but just behind. That won't help. They need a goal. It's not the score he was looking for. Picked up the ball. Kicks it. Able to grab it on the half volley. That drop punt works well for Pendlebury. Maynard gets the upper hand. Choose to kick it. Gary drops the mark. A favourable bounce. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. Handballs from the tackle. The ball picked up. Clean tap by Trengo. The loose ball scooped up. Morris aims for his man on the ground. Nice mark there. Boots it. Marks. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal in the side. Elliott takes a shot. Missed for behind. It's not the score he was looking for. Slams it on the boot. Campbell got under it. Heads for the boundary line. And the final result is Collingwood 1. Hello, I'm Time to play Sunday afternoon football. A player who always knew how to find the goals and did so 800 times in his illustrious career. From my point of view, it's a delight to have him as part of the commentary team. Welcome, Richo.
Yes, thanks, Dennis. Real pleasure to be here for this game today.
Today's match between the Magpies and the Dockers. The Dockers running on. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. The players are all eagerly awaiting the siren. There's the bounce and players underway. Darcy with the tap. Lucky bounce collected. Golsak with the kick. Trelaw was surrounded. He needed to mark it, and he did. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Boots it. It's Edward Scissorhands. Hoskin Elliott controls. Spurk gets a free kick after throwing the ball. Booted by Spur. Marked by Hoskin Elliott. Going for goal number 1. Perfect timing from Phillips. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Phillips with the goal. Kick, it's not a bad sort of a kick either. It's a goal. Phillips celebrates. Old killer stare downs as they wait for the bounce.
Grundy may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. And the ball crosses over the boundary. He taps the ball. Pendlebury has the football. Misses for behind.
Disappointing kick there. They may have no option but to kick it long up the middle right here. He was never going to get that. Going for goal number 1. Greenwood slots the goal. That's his first. The ball has been bounced. Tapped by Grundy. Trelaw did not ease up. He threaded the needle to get the handball out. Nice mark there.
Pearce is a great overhead mark, but anything below his knees and he struggles to get down for. If he can add that to his game, he's going to go up another level. Greenwood by hand. Fasolo takes a shot, misses for behind.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Pearce is a great kick, and if he can maintain that accuracy under pressure, he'll elevate to the elite category. Pearce making a questionable decision there. He steadies now in front of goal. The ball's up, misses for behind.
It's not the score he was looking for.
Pearce may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. He claims the ball.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Pearce kicks to himself. Spurk kicks it out of the congestion. Takes it well.
Look, the Dockers have been trying to run with the ball and it doesn't seem to be working for them. They should start trying to find some space and kick the ball forward. Pendlebury with great hands. He gets boot to the ball. Grundy just wanted it more then. He kicks the ball. That's a nice, strong mark.
Blair kicks. Dump got under it.
He plays it on, puts the head down as he runs into goal. Great hands.
Handball short. Like working in a telephone box. Look at him go. Vasolik with a wobbly kick. To be generous, you'd say he was just wide of the mark with that shot. Collingwood in front. I would have expected him to nail that. Spurk resents and takes the mark.
Spurk is a decent mark, although he really needs to work on his marking contests because he just isn't making an impression there. Pendlebury with the mark. He kicks the ball. Plenty of space for a very easy mark.
He steadies now in front of goal. He must have intended to kick that somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Greenwood has it. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 20 metres from home. Going for goal number 2. Slots it. The second goal for Greenwood, and they stretch out their lead. The Magpie. The Rucks can't complain about that true bounce.
Collingwood are losing the clearances and they are sitting a kick behind the play and are able to stream forward in numbers, and it's working well for them. Bennell goes for goal. It's going. He's missed the goal.
He'll be disappointed with that effort. A kick to himself and play on by Howe. Gets boot to high. Treloar marks. He wants to play on. Chips it down towards half forward. Blair takes an uncontested mark. His stab kick once killed a small dog. I'm kidding. The dog was huge. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. He steadies now in front of goal. 35 metres out. Going for goal number 3. Nice hands. Phillips lining up. 15 metres out. A chance to add one more to his tally. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Maynard, the better man there, going for goal number 1. Gets the distance. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. Maynard, with that kick, has increased the lead. Let's go to the stats sheet now and see how the players performed.
The tackling has been really equal in this match so far. The Magpies 2, Fremantle 1. The possession stats make a compelling case for Collingwood. They are getting...
The players have received their instructions and they're ready to start play again.
Winners don't wait for chances, they take them.
Gets the loose ball. Pendlebury with the interception. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. He has the ball. Blair handballs it to the open paddock. A clean pickup. Goes by hand. Approaching the goals now. Collingwood get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. They increase their lead. Collingwood in front.
For Solo, it's pretty handy around goal. He just has that sixth sense of knowing where the goals are at all times.
The bounce is dead straight. Darcy guides it. He kicks the ball out of congestion. No one troubling him there. Lobs the handball. What was the intention of that kick, Richard?
That was an absolute shocker.
As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. That's 6 in a row for the Magpies. Collingwood by 41.
Greenwood has the ability, I think, to be a 20 to 30 a goal season player.
Deft touch from Darcy. Side bottom kicking the ball free of the pack. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Blair puts it on the boot. Strong mark by Maynard. Did he see a ghost? Jams it on the boot now. Maynard just squeezes it over the line. That's number 2. And that puts them further in front. All is in readiness. Good bounce.
Darcy is just a real workhorse in the ruck, and I reckon his teammates really appreciate his uncomplicated approach to the game. Spur puts his boot on it. Gray with the mark.
Gray sends one up towards the wing. Great mark. Blair takes aim for goals. He can't close the deal, and it's a point. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. H did well then, and that puts them further in front. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Grundy racking up the possessions. No contest for that mark. Hamling puts it on the boot. The mark is taken by 5. Goes up the line. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it.
Look, the Dockers haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. What are you doing, son? He handballs out into space. He heads into home. Phillips kicks it straight through the big sticks.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Grundy, I've seen better swings on a condemned playground. Keeps it close to the ground. Nice mark under pressure. Fasola gets the ball. A chance to add one more to his tally. He's missed the lot. The ball goes out of bounds on the full. A nice long kick by Hamling. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it.
The Dockers haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room, or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard. He gets it under pressure.
Richard, you followed his career for a while. Could he kick this?
I would expect him to get this, Dennis.
40 metres out. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. He's giving it all he's got this match. That's number 3. Deft touch from Darcy. Gets the ball out of heavy traffic. Takes the mark all by himself. Gray, no match for the man with the ball. Johnson bumped off the ball. He's a ball magnet. Puts the head down as he runs in. Close call, but it's just made it for a score. Greenwood extends the lead from that kick.
Greenwood is pretty handy around goal. He just has that sixth sense of knowing where the goals are at all times.
Puts the head down as he runs in. The loose ball picked up. Barker, cool under pressure, releases in time. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. Pendlebury gets the ball out of the pack. Grundy doesn't want it. He hands it back. Sends it on its way. And over the boundary line she goes. It looks like the umpire has decided it's a boundary throw-in. Palms it down nicely. Treloar has the ball. Taberner thinks that was holding the ball, and the umpire agrees. Booted by Taberner. Side bottom marks. Bumps the pigskin. Spurk grabs that one. Let's see what the stats have to show.
The Dockers just poor in every facet at the moment.
You always have that unique perspective on things, Richo. This match can be described like seeing your grandmother in fishnets. Unexpected. Well, the players have had a good rest, and they look refreshed, ready for the third term.
Think big, believe big, act big, and the result will be big.
Head down now as he goes in for the goal. Gathered by Greenwood. Greenwood scores with a beautiful kick. That's his 5th goal. He'll be very happy with his game here. Taberner outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. Booted by Kelson. A clean pickup. With the quick hands. Blair heads in for the goals. Goal to the Magpies. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Grundy wins the tap. Terrible timing by Taberner. Neal has the job on Pendlebury. Side bottom dishes it off to the running man. Blair runs in. Sends the Sharon on its way. Routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Opportunity now for Greenwood. Collingwood leads by 90.
Greenwood is really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster.
The umpire says, give it to me. Taberner with the tap. Golsack with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. The contest, no match for him. He decides to play on. H starts in, his shadow beside him. Where else would it be? Well, depends on the side. Just fell through, and they stretch out their lead. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Definitely palmed to advantage. Kicks. The ball goes over the line. It's a good throw in.
Grundy will give you a competitive contest in every hit-out, I can assure you of that. But the midfielders are going to have to work really hard to earn the centre clearances off his ruck work. He boots it. A great mark under pressure.
Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richard?
I don't think he can do it, Dennis.
Shot by Phillips. Phillips sinks the long kick. Collingwood fight 102. All is in readiness. The umpire has bounced the ball. Grundy with the mighty fist. A favourable bounce. Kicks it. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. A spearing kick from Hamling. A big run to take that mark.
Grundy wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. A goal to Collingwood.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Darcy gets onto the ball. He's got the football now. Mundy bunts. Good tap from Mundy. Gathered by side bottom. Varker with the ball. Goes short with a hand pass. Crisp slams it on the boot. A great effort.
Well, Fremantle haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. Phillips just hoping for the best. Johnson with the kick. He takes the contested mark.
Pendlebury booting it inside the 50. Nice hands. Maynard just stopping for a quick dance. Going for goal number 3. Pinpoint accuracy from Maynard. And they stretch out their lead. Umpire has the ball. Ready for the centre bounce. Grundy totally outclassed in that contest. Hands like dinner plates. He handballs it. Phillips sends the ball on its way. And they like it behind the goals. He likes it. Goal. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Darcy with the hit. Golsack is able to squeeze a kick through the pack. He's elected to play on. That was all spur. Kicks. So well timed. Ash passes. Sends it on its way. Pierce marks on the run. Boots it. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Boots it. Crisp swoops on the loose ball and will have a change of possession. Richo has some stats for us now.
The possession stats paint a clear picture of this match, with Collingwood having the bulk of possession. The tackling abilities on display from both sides appear close on the scoreboard, with the Magpies on 6 and the Dockers on 5. Collingwood appear to have a distinct advantage with 73 kicks over 29 kicks from Fremantle.
Here we go.
Even when you've played the game of your life, it's the feeling of teamwork that you'll remember. You'll forget the marks, the tackles and the goals, but you'll never forget your teammates.
Penetrating hand pass. The goal for the Magpies. This kick stretches the lead. The bounce. Darcy thumps it forward. Gets boot to leather. Crisp is starting to get a lot of the football. Hits the running man. Done with the inside 50. Phillips with the interception. Approaching the goals now. Pinpoint accuracy from Phillips. The lead has been increased. The bounce straight down. Darcy got a fist on it. He has the ball. Chips it down towards half forward. Maynard with the mark. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell him 35 metres out. Well, if you could hand-pick a position, this is it. Straight in front of the goals. That could be the final nail in the coffin.
Maynard needs to practice his goal-kicking routine. It helps a player handle any situation in the game. If he does that more often, then he might enter the league of the elite goal kickers.
Crisp picks up the loose ball. Jams it on the boot. And the mark will be paid. He chooses to play on. Hand passed by Phillips. Booted by Blair. Blair manages to sneak it through. It looks like Collingwood have this one in the bag.
The Magpies have just backed their pace and skills, and they've been rewarded on the scoreboard. It's been pretty impressive.
A great effort. Greenwood taking aim. Perfect kick. Greenwood with that kick has increased the lead. The umpire has bounced the ball. Darcy outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. His kicking is unbelievable. Some people don't go that far for their holidays. Gets boot to high. The contest, no match for him. Slams it on the boot. Neil has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. A lovely drop punt. Nice mark there.
Wilson will take every opportunity to take a screamer when a step ladder presents itself. It's in the air. He's kicked it out on the full. Puts boot to ball. Strong mark there. Grundy plays on. A shocker of a kick. Really solid use of the body to outmark his opponent.
Kicks to the square. Marked by Darcy. Jams it on the boot now. Couldn't hold on to the mark. Works it across the ground. He takes an uncontested mark. He opts to play on. Gives it to the running man. Somehow found more room on the boundary than Wayne Hines. Puts the head down as he runs in. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The bounce, laser straight. Pierce with a big fist on it. Kelson did not ease up. Unfortunately, placed ball finds its way into the opposition's grasp. Langdon picks it up. Mistimes the kick. A mark by Grundy.
Grundy has got some sure hands. He doesn't often fumble the loose ball. Greenwood takes the mark uncontested. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Greenwood with the shot. Collingwood have the advantage on the scoreboard over Fremantle.
I've got to say, that's even a better goal the second time around. Pierce hits it. He's got the football now. He gains possession. He's really a ball magnet. So well timed. Heads up the corridor. Drops the ball. Sidebottom has been violating the golden rule of kindergarten. He's not playing well with others. He takes an uncontested mark. Quick hands find the running player. And he's heading for home. Blair just gets it through.
Collingwood has an abundance of quality mids and small forwards, and they are just running rings around. The Dockers, they aren't worried about playing on because they know they're probably going to get better shots at goal on the run.
Slams it on the boot. Takes that one strongly. A stab kick from Walters, and the mark will be paid. Not a pretty drop punt, but it gets away okay. A favourable bounce. Chip kick along the wing. Listen, here's the thing. This game was over before it began, and I don't think there's any... Final scores are 169-1. That's all from us. Thanks for joining us, and thank you, Richo. See you again next game.
Thanks, Dennis. I've enjoyed. Next time, goodbye.